Let's come back to dairy. You're a big fan. It's got to be raw or it's got to be fermented.
And full fat and pasture fed. That's what we call
There
real
we
milk.
go. Talk about what makes that such a special food to you and something you embrace.
Yeah, well, first of all, my ancestors were Swiss, so, they were milk drinking people. And other people, you know, wouldn't care to or don't like the milk products that much, for me, it's just like an elixir, that glass of raw milk in the morning. Cheese is more widespread food, and that's a storage food. The main reason we need dairy foods is for calcium and phosphorus, to get enough of it in our diets. It's very hard to get enough calcium without dairy foods. In traditional cultures, they killed small animals or birds and crushed up the bones and cooked these, in their food. They've actually just found a pot in China, and the residue on the inside of the pot was bone meal. So they were adding bone meal to their food. And you can actually buy crushed bone meal in Korean shops still today.
For somebody that's interested in starting to consume raw dairy, but they're concerned about safety, talk about it from that aspect.
Well, you don't have to be concerned about the safety. Raw milk is a very safe food. Even though most of the raw milk in America is not regulated and comes from environments that I would say have a lot to be desired, people don't get sick because there's all these antimicrobial components to raw milk. But yes, you talk to the farmers, see what his practices are. I mean, my farm produces raw milk, and we test every single batch for coliform. And if it's over about 5, we just don't sell it. But the other thing I would say is if you're starting raw milk, you're not used to it, don't just drink a big glass of cold raw milk first thing. First thing. Start with maybe a quarter of a cup at room temperature and sip it slowly and let your body get used to it.
And you're actually a cheesemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about how you got involved with that.
Well, that was just complete insanity. Yeah, my husband and I bought this. We had a beautiful little farm here, and I always wanted to have a dairy herd of cows. And my husband had been a dairy farmer in New Zealand, so it was, match made in heaven. And we just got started. We started with the raw cheese because that was allowed in the state of Maryland. And later I was able to get a permit for raw milk as long as it's labeled for dogs and cats. So we started selling raw milk, and we can't keep it in. It sells so there's a lot of dogs and cats in Maryland. So that's all I can say.
For somebody looking for raw dairy, what's the best place for them to search out?
So the Weston A. Price Foundation has a website called realmilk.com. And you can put your zip code in and find raw milk anywhere. It's very available today.
And do you feel like, as somebody who is involved in this raw dairy world, that over the last number of years, it's been gaining momentum?
Oh, yes. There've been a lot of influencers out there talking about raw milk. Every dairy farmer I talk to says they can't keep it in stock. My guess is there's maybe 30 million raw milk drinkers in America today. So it's 1/10 of the population.
If you enjoyed that clip, you're going to want to head over here and catch a full episode. I'll see you over there. How do you look at somebody trying to form a healthy diet only on plants?
Can't be done. Over the long term, you're going to get very sick. Dr. Price tried to find a healthy population that only ate plant foods, and he had to admit that he did.